What's up guys, and welcome to a brand new episode of Headbanger's Kitchen. Beef week continues, and I mean water buffalo week actually, and today we're going to be cooking up two Bs. A beef and a blue cheese burger. Yup, this is something I've been wanting to do for a long time, and I've done it before and I find it absolutely delicious. Now, blue cheese is not something everybody likes, so if you're not a fan of blue cheese, you can make this burger with any other kind of cheese. But trust me guys, blue cheese and beef go so well together. It's like a match made in heaven. Also, today I'm going to be using a brand new kitchen tool. I just got myself a Le Creuset griddle pan for the gas stove, and we're going to use that and cook up these burgers. So wish me luck, since I've always cooked my burgers on a frying pan, never before on a cast iron griddle. So let's go and cook up those burgers now. So before we make our burger, we're going to make our secret burger sauce, and we're going to start with 2 tablespoons of mayonnaise. You can use homemade or store-bought, the one with the least amount of carbs. Then we add a teaspoon of Dijon mustard. You can add whole grain as well, no problem. Then a small teaspoon of sriracha sauce for a little bit of heat, and finally a little bit of balsamic vinegar just for that slight acidity. Give that all a good mix, and then our secret burger sauce, which is a secret no more, is ready. Now on to the beef, the water buffalo. What we're going to do is season it with some salt, some pepper, some fresh oregano, because that's all I had lying at home, but ideally I would have used rosemary given the chance, some balsamic vinegar, and then blue cheese, and then you got to give that all a good mix. Now I've used about 65 to 70 grams of blue cheese, but if you like your burger a little less funky, then use less blue cheese. In fact, if you don't like blue cheese at all, you can completely change the cheese and use whatever cheese you like. Once that's done, we're going to make our burger patties, and I'm using this press mold that I have, which is quite good and it really makes it easy. Otherwise, just form them with your hands. It's the same thing almost. Alright, now it's time to fry up those burgers, and I'm using my new cast iron grill pan. So I have no idea how this is going to cook the burgers, but let's give it a go anyway. Once the pan is nice and hot, I'm going to give it a nice brushing of bacon fat, so that gives the burgers a slightly smoky flavor. Then just lay those burgers on and let them cook on one side. Once they are done, we're going to flip them over, and I'm going to put on some cheddar cheese, and hopefully that will melt and we'll have some oozy cheddar cheese on top of the burger. Now normally when I use my frying pan, I throw a little bit of water on the pan, cover the burger, and the cheese will melt in that little mini steam oven that I've created. I'm not so sure about throwing water on this cast iron grill pan, so I just covered the burgers. Maybe I was a bit impatient, but the cheese wasn't melting fast enough, so I took the whole pan itself and I put it in my oven on the broiler setting to make the cheese melt. Anyway, once your burgers are cooked, leave them to rest for a few minutes. Now it's time to assemble the burger, and I'm using almond bread, the 2-minute microwave almond bread. I'm going to layer that with our secret sauce, some lettuce, and then the beef patties with the melted cheese on it. Some more of that secret sauce on the other side of the bun, and our burger is ready. And oh man, does that look good. I don't even think I can eat the entire thing. It would be near impossible, but let's give it a go anyway. Time to taste. Alright folks, so here's the burger, and it's time to taste this bad boy. Now if you're wondering how I made the burger buns, all I did was use my microwave mug bread recipe with the almond flour, and I cooked it in a bowl for 2 minutes instead of a mug, and it was perfect. Now the only thing is that worries me actually is this is going to be a lot of calories, so I think this burger is meant for 2 sittings or for 2 people. Anyway, I'm going to attempt to dig in. Whoa. Woo. Okay, so I gotta be brutally honest. The burger itself is spot on. Blue cheese, beef, it goes so well together. Plus you have the additional cheddar on top. It's perfect. But for me personally, I find that 2 slices of almond bread, or at least almond bread that is so thick, is a little too much for my liking. So what I would do is I would probably I don't know, make the burger smaller and the almond bread thinner. I think that way it will be even better. But the secret sauce along with the blue cheese and the burger, spot on. I implore you to make this at home, and I implore you to take photographs and tag us on Instagram at Headbangers Kitchen. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed Beef Week, Water Buffalo Week, and I will see you guys on the next episode of Headbangers Kitchen, which may or may not be vegetarian keto because I went ahead and bought some pork tenderloin. So I'm thinking maybe I should cook that up and then start vegetarian keto. Anyway, let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you guys soon. Cheers and keep cooking.